Welcome back! You know those days when you want to lounge around and do nothing at all? Well, this episode is not it. We had a lot of prepping to do before heading to the islands and ultimately, the big left turn to the Pacific. If only we could get the dogs to understand they couldn't just jump onto anyone's boat.
Okay, we get it.
Apparently they wanted an upgrade. Lori stayed behind to organize while I headed out on errands.
I just wanted to share my ADHD way of thinking. So I'm trying to organize this space here so that I can unpack more office stuff. And I've had several thoughts about things. This air conditioner is broken, so if I could test the air conditioner one more time, I could get rid of that part and free up some space. But then I got distracted by these headphones and these headphones here. And so now, of course, I've gotten into this tower of boxes here looking for hooks to hang the headphones. While I was looking for the hooks to hang the headphones, I found the yoga mat and this fruit basket, which I was like, oh, that will be nice to hang that fruit basket up. And I still have no hooks to hang the headphones, nor have I tested the air conditioner today. Thank you.
Much better with lines than myself, she did a great job making this hanging nest for our yoga mats.
Oh, my yoga mat storage.
Downsizing was one thing, but finding a place for it to stay underway was totally different.
Finally found the hooks after finding this flag to fly off the aft of our boat. Moving that over there. And I organized this little corner. Yay! I also put these markers away. And then I finally found what I was looking for. The hooks. In this doom pile box. So, success. The doom box is now turned into this doom pile. Those hooks don't fit on those headphones, so back to square one.
Malcolm was thoroughly tired of all the organizing. As was Ella. Meanwhile, I was headed to Seattle to pick up the life raft we had previously dropped off to get recertified. Making one of my last few trips in Luann, the van. Check out the cool warehouse where all the life rafts come to get recertified before going back out. Ours is about the size of the one in the foreground, on the left side. On the way back, I hit a big milestone with Luann.
112,000.
Unable to sell her for the price that we were looking for, the time had come to decide to ship her to meet us in San Diego once we sailed our boat down the coast. Still in Anacortes, we finished some last-minute to-dos. We were gonna miss it here. Lori carefully reattached our newly recertified life raft to the wood that is bolted onto welded pieces on our deck. We were happy to have this piece of safety equipment taken care of since we were heading out of the Puget Sound soon. As for our van, we took her to dry storage, where she would wait to be towed via flatbed, leaving the key for the driver so that Lou could be put into storage once she arrived in San Diego. We were thoroughly exhausted from the logistics of it all, but ready for the adventure that lie ahead. Since we are leaving the next day for the islands.
Ready to cast off for the first time totally without dock helpers?
Time for another moment of truth.
Alright, let's do it. Go ahead.
Lori was already getting better at the lines. We were still trying to figure out the best order of letting go of the lines, and I was trying to figure out my timing of reverse.
Ready. Ready? Alright, we're floating a little, Lori. Quickly, quickly. Might hit reverse. thought we forgot to film, but I just de-docked again. Departed successfully. Thanks to Lori being my eyes. Daisy, Cap Sante, tell me about Slalia. We've cleared Charlie 54. Thank you very much for a good time. There's the 16.
Being our first time out in the islands totally alone, I was a nervous wreck.
Tell me which way, because I know we turn left here.
Lucky for me, my wife is always calm, cool, and
We want to
collected.
go that way. So I would get out a little and make a wide turn so we're not too close to these rocks.
Yep, I'm good.
Most of the time.
What RPM did you say? 22?
Meanwhile, I bark orders when I'm nervous.
Get our fenders up. And then I'll just hold this course and get those up.
I'm working on it.
Doing great. Be careful. One hand for you. You did so good.
Dealing with enough new things this day, we decided to motor, hoping to find one of those free mooring balls on Cypress Island. But they were first come, first served, so it was a gamble. Honestly, I think we were both a bit in a state of disbelief to be out here at all. From getting a captain to train us, to getting insurance to approve said training, to getting insurance to approve us both to take our boat out alone after the training, not to mention fixing our steering issues. We were thoroughly pleased to have made it this far. Unfortunately, all the mooring balls at Cyprus had been taken, which meant we would continue on to Rosario. So we continued west around the northern tip of Cypress Island and Towhead Island. It sounded like the doggies were getting impatient and ready for their time on deck as well. So after making our way past the strong currents of Rosario Strait and Obstruction Island, we decided to promote the doggies to deck dogs.
Stay on the water. Or on deck, really.
What do you think? You having fun?
Like the view?
Before long, we were making our way into the east sound part of Orcas Island. Lori headed up to the bow with her boat hook, preparing to catch a mooring ball. Here she is readying the dock lines to make sure they are prepared to deploy through the little eye at the top of the mooring buoy. It seems simple enough, but dealing with all of the lines underway at the bow is kind of difficult at times. Lori usually has her life vest on at this point, but recently she almost pulled it accidentally while writing these lines, so she decided to not wear it this time. And of course, safety is of the utmost importance, so we plan to get her a non-inflatable one for this part. Something we found very interesting and somewhat challenging was the initial approach to a location and how it looks from far off versus as you get closer and closer. Because from far off, you can't hardly make out anything at all, but as you get closer, you can see the other boats and different things that you should be on the lookout for. Finally, we had made it to the mooring field, and it looked like there were still some spots left. Now for the tough part. I had to keep enough speed to maintain steering, while not going too fast around so many other boats moored by us. It was definitely a balancing act. Lori had her hook ready to grab the buoy. Would we be able to get it on the first try? Let's find out.
Yeah, wait. Idle. Shit. Well, I said you're gonna have to circle.
Not so lucky. Honestly though, I really think that this here was my fault because I should have hit reverse way sooner than that, so she didn't have to hold on so hard. It was time to circle back around and see if I could line up with another mooring ball, or perhaps even the same one. Obviously that was easier said than done. Lucky for us, we are about to catch a break after a pretty long day.
Okay, there's a dinghy behind you. The motorboat's behind you, but it's not far away. What if we go for that one? Yeah, that's fine. It's still off our starboard.
Would you like me to run a line through the boat for you?
That would be great, actually.
My wife and I just did the dance here, so I know how frustrating it can be.
Yeah. It's our first time doing it by ourselves.
Okay, so go forward. On our starboard, if we just go forward,
I was obviously super happy to have an extra set of hands help us out, but I was also now afraid to hit the man in the dinghy. Lucky for me, I have a great wife that was keeping a calm whisper in my ear as I approached the new buoy. I am so thankful we bought these headsets. We both highly recommend them if you want to have a boat and stay married.
okay. Hit reverse. Just a little bit though. Okay, he's got the line.
Oh, you're caught on your fence. All right, we're through. Here's the other end. All right, a little wet there.
All right.
There you go.
No, I need you to reverse a little bit, but just a little bit.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
And we never saw him again. Thank you so much, Dinghy Man, wherever you are. We were in the home stretch. Now all Lori had to do was pull the line on deck and secure it to the cleats. Before you knew it, we were floating on the mooring ball. It was a success. Time to shut down the engine and celebrate.
That guy was so nice.
A bonus to successfully mooring at Rosario was seeing a boat with one of our best friends' names. And the cherry on top was seeing the Seattle Kraken seaplane take off. So cool. Thanks for joining us today. Coming up,
They're nervous about their first time on the dinghy.
we adventure around Orcas Island. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and tell us about your own adventures or dreams of adventuring. We're all just human and anyone can do it. Want to help your fellow humans out? Check out our coffee link to support further.